Okay, just a few tips before we get into the video here that I forgot to add while I was filming it. If you're going to tie two different color to a two-tone color scheme, like say the chartreuse over white that you just saw me show, you want to definitely keep your stack of bucktail on top. It's going to want to be bigger. There's more material in it, more dense than the bottom material. Neither one of them, you don't want either one of them dense. You don't want a lot of material in this fly. That the small amount of bucktail and the big deep bend in this hook is what keeps this fly keeled without any weight. It's not needed. You don't have to put weight in it. You could put weight in it. If you were going to put weight in it, I would put it back right by the bend of the hook. I have done that before, but for these ones, I want to keep them as weightless as possible. That head, the shape of the head and the weightlessness of it is what gives this fly its movement, and it just will have a great profile either way. So yeah, here you guys go. Get into the video. Alrighty, everybody. This week we're gonna tie this Deceiver, just a bucktail Deceiver. This is my version of a bucktail Deceiver. Use this fly a lot for trout and bass mostly. It can mimic lots of different bait fish. We're not gonna tie this chartreuse one here. We're just gonna tie a little bit more natural white one with the same Grizzly feathers, Hackle feathers in the back. But we're gonna pop this one out, and I'm gonna tie one up for you guys. So our hook is once again a trout predator, 610, size 1. And the thread we're going to use for this fly is I'm going to use GSP just because of the bucktail. This is a GSP 100 from Veevus. Just with it being the bucktail, I like to use the GSP just so that we don't have to worry about breaking our thread. Okay, so we're going to bring our thread back here to the bend of the hook, and I already have my feathers here. Just gonna line the tips of these feathers up together, measure them back. We want them about 3 inches back here. I'm just gonna pull everything up on them. Spin up our thread, put one on my side facing me, 2 loose wraps so it stays on the side. Put the one on your side, 2 loose wraps, trim off our excess. Okay, and once you got these on either side tied down, we're just gonna go back over a few little wraps to tighten it down. We're going to come up with some flash. For this, I'm going to use a silver holographic flash from Flashabou. Just a couple strands, just 2 strands on this one. This is cut off the hank and then cut in half. And that's 2 of those strands. Gonna clean up our body a little bit, and I'll come in with our next material, which is going to be our diamond braid. For this one, I'm going to use diamond braid, the pearl color. I'm just going to tie that in, tie the tips in, and then bring it all the way back to where all of our feathers started. And then we can just clean up our body, because we're going to move this material all the way up here. We want to leave a little bit of room here for our bucktail. That's going to be like the head section pretty much, but just gonna, that looks good. I'm gonna speed this up for you guys, so moving this forward. Okay, I'm just going to trap that off with 2 wraps. Pull it back. And then cut this material out. Just going to go in with a little bit of a dab of super glue here. This GSP is very slippery. It's never a bad idea to hit stuff with just a dab. Come on. Okay. It's good. Alright, now that we're up here, we're going to come in with our bucktail. This is just to show you guys about how much I want. The sparser the better with this, honestly. I usually make them pretty sparse, and then they're going to always lose a few, but, you know, a few fibers to fish as well. So I'm just measuring this to about halfway back on my tail. And then I'm just going to tie it in all on top here with 1, 2, 3 wraps. And I'm going to spread it around. Spread this around. You just make sure you get some in that belly, but you want to be definitely heavier on the top of this fly. And that's just going to help heal it and everything. Okay, so we got that tied down with a few wraps. We're going to cut out our butts. Real nice and close. Now we're just going to clean up this head a bit with our thread. We're going to come in with our last material, which is going to be our Peacock Herl. This is a little more flared than it needs to be, but we'll calm it down with the resin later on. Okay, so when we're coming in with our Peacock Herl, we want to be about, I would say 8 to 12, maybe a little more fibers. And that's where this is definitely a more fragile material. It will break out a lot easier than, say, our bucktail will. So I'm just going to tie that on top with a few wraps. Bring our butts up. Cut them out. And clean up our head again. And then we're going to finish this fly off. And now comes the eyes. And then after that we will do, I like to do the eyes all together. I'll finish this. I'm going to put my eyes on here, stick them on with super glue, put it to the side, put them to the side, put them to the side. And then after I'm done with a bunch of them, well, for you guys, you'll just see the next step, which is going to be, after that, is going to be filling in resin for the head. It's like, makes it like a mask, fish mask, basically. But that nice round head is going to give you movement in this fly. So yeah, we're going to tie these eyes on. What I have for eyes are just lure eyes, just plain old lure eyes. These are, I'm going to guess 6 mil. Something like that. I will find out before I post this video, and it will be in the description. As well as in the description is there should be a link to buy all these materials. The bucktail, the Peacock Herl, all this stuff is available in my shop here and through my online store as well. You can shop it right while you're at home, right through the links in the bottom of this video. So alright, so I'm just taking these eyes. These are just a silver, like a holographic lure eye. I'll put a nice dollop of super glue on it, and I'm going to stick it on right there. You go. That's what it looks like. I'm going to do the one on your side. You'll be able to see a lot better on that side. Well, when I flip it down, I'm going to do it like this. Okay. So, right onto our eye, right in the middle. Nice dollop. Stick that on here. Push it in. Push it in. Yep, and you want that just a little bit of room between your eye and your hook. Right where your hook comes out there, and that's just going to help us when we're making our head. We're going to be able to wrap this eye in with the resin. It's going to form a head that's pretty much just bulletproof then. Just keeps everything in there. It's all encased right in the resin. So we're going to pop this out, and I'm going to come back with you guys doing the resin on the head. I'll be back. Okay, this one's dried up, so I'm going to come back through and do the head on it. With my Solarez, I'm going to use Solarez thin, hard, especially for these first couple shots of resin down in there. It's just, it's going to fill in this head and just make these, right between these eyes, going to be solid. It's just going to fill it all right up with resin pretty much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up this top here, fill up the bottom, and then I'll come back with you guys when I'm doing my final coat pretty much. Alright, so with those other coats of resin, I just pretty much filled in between my eyes on the top and the bottom, and just let it get in there in between these. This is pretty much solid now in between these eyes. So this last coat, what I'm going to do is just bring it top and bottom, just smooth those out, but I'm also going to come in and wrap it right around these eyes. Ooh, this is coming out pretty fast. I'm trying to ditch this down here. Do this one. And that one. Now we're just going to spin this for a second. Let that distribute around. And then got my lamp ready. Just keep spinning it for a second. There we go. Now I'm just going to hold it on and give this a good cure with my torch here. And that's it. This is it for that fly. It's I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna cover all these eyes, and then I like to if I'm not gonna fish these, or even if I'm going to fish them, sometimes on the way to fish them, I will set them right on the dashboard of the car. That will keep this UV will just constantly keep getting a little bit harder, you know. I don't know how much harder it really gets, but yes, it's UV activated. The sun's a UV light, so use it. So this fly I love in especially in trout fisheries that are heavily pressured. Everyone thinks streamers and they throw big giant flies, and this is a lot more subtle. It's a lot more subtle. It looks like the actual fish that these fish are eating. So it's a lot more likely prey, I think, than a lot of the new age big giant streamers are great. Yes, I'll give you that. They are great. They draw big fish, but we're trying to trick them into eating, not just see them. So, once again, thank you for watching this video. All the materials are available for this fly through the links that are below in this video. Go and get yourself some and tie some up. Good luck, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a good one.